Welcome, everybody. I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And today we're talking about K-pop flop. Now, you might wonder, what band flopped? Who is now failing at being a K-pop band? Well, don't worry. No one is actually failing at K-pop. This is about something completely different, but related to K-pop in a deep way. We will find out a little bit more about that, actually a lot more about that, hopefully, in the article. But before then, let's go ahead and ask a question. And I'm going to ask it to you guys first because we are a little bit at odds on this one. Mm-hmm. Do you guys like musicals?
Everyone's going to hate me as soon as I say this, but no, I don't like musicals. I think I'm just a bit of a snob because I studied theatre, real plays at university. So I'm much more into the actual drama, not decorated by dancing and singing. Mm-hmm. It's just not, anyway, it's nothing to do with what's better or worse. It's just not my taste.
I see. I was just talking about that humility that the British people have. Like, I studied theatre and I have a high example. Yeah, anyways.
I'm a snob, I admit it.
I mean, I partially agree. A lot of musicals are not that good. Mm-hmm. But every once in a while, I'll come across a musical that I'm like, oh, this is fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a snob when it comes to movies or anything like that. I can watch almost anything and find something entertaining. I even watched Morbius, I believe it was called. It was one of the big budget failed movies of 2022, 2021, I think. An absolutely just terrible movie, but I watched it. I was like, oh, it's entertaining enough, but it is not a good movie. But I didn't feel like I wasted money. Uh-huh. Yeah, but I do agree. Plays can be quite awesome as well. Maybe even a bit better than musicals. Mm-hmm.
They make you think. They're emotional. Musicals are entertainment. They're pop music videos of theatre.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Much. I think it's fine as well. Mm-hmm. Now, this might be an obvious question, but for the sake of it, what is the difference between K-pop concerts and musicals these days?
I think we could make a good case for the fact that the musical format and a K-pop concert is actually getting closer together. Mm-hmm. That in K-pop, they are actively trying to incorporate more and more elements of the musical structure and technique into the way they do their shows. So who knows? Over time, they may become even more similar. But I would say the biggest difference is story. Musicals are supposed to have a story. Some of them don't. But they're supposed to have a story, and at the K-pop concert, if it doesn't have a story, that's fine. Not many people expect that.
And I assume between musical numbers at K-pop concerts, they don't have some sort of like discussion or storyline going on, right?
They have a discussion, but there's no plot to it yet.
Yeah.
It's just them talking to the audience and talking about the concert and the music and...
Yeah. If it were a meta concert where it was a musical about a concert which was being held...
That would be...
breaking fourth walls. Oh, wow. Well, let's not break any fourth walls. Let's get back to reality. Read that article if you can, or the summary if you're a little bit short on time. And let's figure out how K-pop has to do with musicals.
K-pop flop. K-pop, a Broadway musical centered around K-pop, closed after just 2 weeks. Tickets were cheap, but K-pop was still the lowest-selling musical of the week for a while. It's hard to say exactly why the musical failed. Some blame the pandemic, but the show also received some negative reviews, faulting its lack of appeal for people who are not already K-pop fans. Even among fans, people tend to think of themselves as fans of specific K-pop artists, rather than the genre as a whole.